mean, slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Two and a throw right away. To the sideline and incomplete.
And you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Tua going to throw. Caught here by Conley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. Throwing to start the drive. Cox. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 33 yards that time. Back to throw. Cox. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Down inside the 10, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it up.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the Achane hit, and the ball is out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On play action, here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Dolphins sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got the hook up with Conley. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. You talk about this Miami defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division, they've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They certainly had the point of no return in this one, because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 20. Looking to throw. Cox. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. Second and 11 at the 41. Back to throw. Cox. Pretty move. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Looking to throw. Cox. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Tyquan Thornton. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Tua sets up to pass it. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throw fighting Thornton over the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And give them a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and a couple.
Now a handoff up the middle. Zimmerman, he'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Byron Young in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Operating from the gun, Cox. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards.
He's already got one touchdown in his first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll come out in the pistol. This is caught. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Achane on the counter.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
From the gun, it's Tua.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Michael Mayer
From 10 yards out.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Down the left sideline. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Tua now, 3rd and goal.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Pryor has it complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Up the middle, Achane.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Cox. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Caught here by Conley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Achane once more.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
Oh, some strong running. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 6-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
from 6 yards away.
And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Through the middle of the field, he may go.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Tua into the hands of Bird over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to come up a few yards short. brought down at the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Tua to throw again.
That's caught by Ayuk on the slant.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Tua. Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Tua right back to Achane on 2nd down.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now Tua.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here's 1st and goal. Throwing Tua. On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off,
That's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing after the interception. Cox. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Cox. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.